Lucas Media. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and share the video if y'all feeling it as we drop daily heat. So, former number one overall pick Joe Smith, his wife, Kisha Davis, has been going on several interviews, and a couple of things that stood out was she talked about her body count. She talked about Joe Smith and how she making money. And before I go any further, shout out to Ticket, 2 Raw, and 78 Sports TV for making this video. However, she went around talking about my body, my choice, and said, she's doing it basically because of finances. He knew what I was doing before I met him. And basically, that's it's her decision, and for him to deal with it. And she also said that my man wasn't taking the lead, so she got to do what she got to do. So for a couple of things to unpack, I want to start with Joe Smith. Joe Smith, you knew it's hard for me to. I want to be on Joe Smith's side, but man, it's hard when you knew what she was doing before she got there, and why are you trying to wipe this girl, settle down with her? But was she settling down when you met her? I mean, you know what she doing. It's on video, And for those who don't know what she does, she was an actor. And if y'all anything else, y'all can Google it and figure out what movie she was in. But she was known for making movies. And go back to Joe Smith, like you knew what she was doing, so you mad. And I get it, finances is down more than likely, from what she was alluding to. And you never know, times is hard. Everybody finances has been up and down. The housing market has been crazy, and then everything else is high. You can't even get a car no more without a used car of that without paying a high interest rate. So Joe, man, you knew what you was doing. Now to Kisha. First of all, let's start out with this. Number one, you got an OnlyFans and your husband didn't know. Now, if he knew and he didn't care, who am I to say something about it? Right? If he agreed with it and he filming it himself, then cool. But clearly he was surprised that he did. And then you did that because of you were alluding to it could be, it could be finances, it could be anything. And you said he didn't take the lead? What you mean? He been taking the lead since he been an overall pick and he met you. I'm sure y'all had a great lifestyle, and maybe y'all still do. Maybe it may not be to the best of what she was used to, but I'm sure Joe Smith ain't out here. He got to get a job at Whole Foods or whatever. And you never know. Honestly, all of this can be a setup. It could be for them to get a huge podcast. It could be them for just get attention on him and to make her OnlyFans bigger. You never know these days. I always choose to say that, but if it's true, and you went behind your man back, and then you said you don't even your body count, you don't count people that you don't account people that you was in movies with, and you don't account for and OnlyFans, like those don't count. And you was on there flirting with Cameron. I've been seeing that go around too. On there with Cameron, and they alluding to something may happen. And again, who knows if all this is real or fake? It's almost feel like we're in an alternate reality now. But when these are reasons why it almost feels like we're in the end of days when it comes to relationships. And now you see a movement of brothers out there that's saying, "No, man, we we ain't gonna settle down. We ain't gonna get married. We just gonna do us because we can't trust nobody. And I'm saying as a collective, not individually, but it's because of stuff like this. I mean, let's say they was on hard times, right? Don't marriage say through thick and through thin? So when the times gets hard, you you go and put your body online and your husband don't even know. So yet now he's embarrassed because here you are well into your mid to late 40s, right? How old is Kisha Davis, y'all? Hold on, let me see. I want to be accurate. I wonder if it pulls up her age. I mean Kisha Davis, Kisha Chavez. How old is she? 48 years old. A 48-year-old woman, grown woman who could be, especially in these times, a grandmother, would be on there in your birthday suit for the world to see, or whatever whatever you could be on there doing, but something in regards to that. This is why you see brothers out here just doing them now, because I mean, if he in hard times, if you was loyal when the Bentleys and Ferraris was there, you can't be loyal when the Kias is there. You still getting from point A to point B. Like I said, I know for a fact he ain't working at Whole Foods, or he ain't out there making minimum wage. You know, you might have to slow down a little bit. You might, you may not be able to have the Porsche out there for a little minute. Everybody got to regroup, but a lot of times now, the minute people fall off, you see people just switch up. I ain't waiting on that. How many sisters out here have said that? They were either friends of mine or just people that I've even talked to personally. And brothers, y'all know what I'm talking about. They be out there saying, I can't, if you fall hard time, I can't do that. I ain't got time for that. Like, I'm laughing because I know so many people these are people that when they start talking about their partners, they be talking about how much money they don't bring to the table. And then they be out here having people on the side. But this is also causing people to, like I said, the brothers out here now, the trust, less. That's where all the term, the 304s and all of that comes from. And this is one of the reasons why there's a gender war going on right now between men and women online, So, like I said, who is to say this ain't all real? I mean, this ain't all scripted. But if it's not, for you to get online and air him out and justify why you doing it, my body, my choice. Okay. I wish the sisters, if you listen to this, man, please you don't go down this path, because while now, if her and Joe Smith is done, who's to say somebody else is gonna talk to her? But then when I say stuff like this, people get upset and start yelling and screaming or going at me in the comment section talking about, I don't know what I'm talking about. This ain't how it used to be back in the day. This ain't the 1920s, and yet we're the most unhappiest now than we ever were back then. But whatever. Like you said, your body, your choice, right? But that's just my quick opinion on it. What y'all think?